The Falklands dispute sparked a furious response from President-elect Joe Biden, who, in 1982, revealed he had no question on his decision to support Britain and oppose Argentina's aggression. The UK and Argentina have long argued over the sovereignty of the Falkland Islands, which boiled over into conflict when the South American country invaded the British overseas territory almost 40 years ago. Though U.S. President Ronald Reagan was close to Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, files showed Washington believed London had not considered diplomatic options thoroughly enough and initially tried to end the conflict through shuttle diplomacy. However, when Argentina refused the peace overtures, both houses of Congress passed resolutions supporting action siding with the UK. Mr. Biden, who would later chair the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, often opposed Republican policies but made a firm commitment to upholding the cultural and historical roots that tied the U.S. and Britain together. Speaking during a 1982 interview with CBC, the Democrat said, "I believe that my resolution, which clearly calls for us to state whose side we're on, which is the British side, will, in fact, I believe, aid the negotiating process. It won't diminish the chances of negotiations. I think the Argentinians must be disabused of the notion, assuming they harbor it, that the U.S. is truly neutral in this matter. I have no sense that my resolution, calling on the U.S. Congress to go on record in support of the British, would be anything other than helpful." Mr. Biden, who will be inaugurated as the next U.S. president on January 20, said it was clear that Britain was correct. He added, "I do not wish for it to topple the Argentinian government, but the fact of the matter is there is a great deal at stake for the U.S. The fact of the matter is, if we allow the settlement of claimants by the use of force, we will unleash a series of actions no one wants. NATO is an alliance for which we have made a firm and solid commitment. It is clear the Argentinians are the aggressors. It is clear the British are right. It should be clear to the whole world where the U.S. stands." At the time, Argentina's claim to the Falklands had won the backing of the General Assembly of the Organization of American States, OAS. But Mr. Biden said U.S. interests had to be put aside. He said, "There is no question that the U.S. is going to lose no matter what it does. But we lose a great deal more by not standing with our closest and oldest ally and the alliance that is most important to America." Mrs. Thatcher was a close ally of Mr. Reagan throughout the 80s.